Hey everyone, today I wanted to discuss a little bit about the career profile that I chose in the career field. And today I decided to choose to be a family law attorney. And the organization that I talked with about this job was the Arant and Brewster Company law offices. And they're located in my hometown of Medford, Oregon, and I've known him for a while now, and he's kind of the one that introduced me to family law and elder law and some of the things that he does there, and it kind of piqued my interest when I spoke to him about this field. So let's talk a little bit about the work environment. So for this job, one would typically advise and represent clients in various legal matters such as adoptions and divorce, also guardianships. The majority of lawyers actually work in private or corporate legal offices, and there are some who are employed in local, state, and federal governments. So most of the time, lawyers will work in offices, but some of the time will have to travel to various places, whether it's a hospital or a client's home or other locations to meet with their clients. They'll often work long hours. Many lawyers work in private practice will work longer hours because they're conducting research and preparing documents for their cases. So some of the typical stressors include long hours, like I mentioned before. There's a lot of research, which can be particularly stressful. Laws often seem to constantly be changing, and there are many demands made by various clients which need to be met. Like I mentioned before, lawyers put in long hours, which can sometimes be over 50 hours a week, which is quite a bit. There's also the competition factor in which one feels like they need to spend more time with their client and kind of please them and meet all their deadlines, or they'll just leave and find some other lawyer around town. So some of the typical benefits, some are obvious and some might not be so obvious, but many of the rewards are the obvious one as money. In 2010, the median pay was $112,760 a year. Working in the field gives you plenty of mental stimulation, though. Through all the research and study one does, there's a lot of mental stimulation and keeps you on your toes, keeps you mentally sharp, I guess. There are multitudes of career options that one can pursue in this field, and there are various emotional rewards that come about as well. I think oftentimes we don't think about those emotional rewards that one can receive as a lawyer, but individuals often turn to lawyers in their time of need, and they're able to achieve this successful resolutions for people, and so this can be very emotionally rewarding if you enjoy helping others. So some of the common job tasks include communicating with clients and others, conducting research and analysis of legal problems, interpreting laws, rules, and regulations for individuals and businesses. We present facts in writing or verbally to their clients or others and argue on their behalf, and prepare and file legal documents such as lawsuits, appeals, wills, contracts, and deeds, and there are plenty of mediation that goes on. So lawyers act not only as advocates, but as advisors as well. There are a lot of requirements in becoming a lawyer. The obvious one is you need a 4-year degree. Then you'll take the LSAT, and depending on how well you do in the LSAT and your GPA and everything, you'll need to go on to another 3 years of a law school. And then after that, you'll even have to pass a written bar exam. So most states require lawyers to complete a Juris Doctor degree from a law school accredited by the American Bar Association. So the pay is an interesting one because it really depends on demographics. It depends on what state you're in, what type of law, the size, the location of their employer. So like I said before, the median in 2010 of pay was over 100,000. The lowest 10% though earned only about 54,000, and the highest earned more than 166,000 a year. So it depends on experience and the size and location of where their employer is. So some of the miscellaneous career information is lawyers study many different topics and are supposed to be pretty well-rounded in their knowledge of laws and practices. As advocates, they represent one of the parties in either criminal or civil trials by presenting evidence and arguing in court to support their client. And as advisors, lawyers counsel their clients about their legal matters and obligations and suggest courses of action in personal matters. So that's a little bit about what a family law lawyer does and different things lawyers do. Thanks for watching.